What's going on, guys? Matt in a hat. Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. It is 12 o'clock on Thursday. I think it's Thursday, May 7th. And you are tuned in to the hot list. And you guys know I come to you Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock on my business page here. And we talk about some type of property that's up for sale, that may be new to the market, freshly updated, reduced in price, whatever the case may be. We talk about it here, and then I cover one of the viewer questions that you send in to me. So make sure that you like my business page and turn on the notifications so when I go live, you can join me here. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, thank you. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn them notifications on. So as I upload these during the week, you are notified and you can jump in here and check out the content as well. So the property that we are talking about today, hang on, I got to write this down. Memory's not what it used to be. Bear with me here. Address we're talking about today is 2214 Birch Street, right here in Emporia. So let me spin this around so we can take a look together. All right, as you can see, absolutely beautiful house. This is a 6-bedroom, 4-bath house. Does have 2-car garage that y'all get a good shot of right there. Has 3,816 square feet of finished space. So this house is absolutely amazing. The whole front of it is brick. So low maintenance on the front of it. And check this out. How awesome is this? You got your pool, you got your slide, you got your diving board, got a deck for grilling, got your pergola over here to block out a little bit of the sun and just kind of enjoy your little backyard oasis. Look at that, just absolutely beautiful. When you don't feel like taking a swim or you need to work on your game, got a basketball court right here that you can work on your game. You can take your kids to school and show them what balling's like, what balling should be like. So going inside the house, you do have some wood floor space throughout here. Beautiful kitchen area. Just right there, you see the breakfast bar, island in the center, plenty of cabinet space, storage space, and check out the finished basement. Beautiful finished basement. Now, the one thing about this house that makes it different from so many others, most houses will have a master bedroom. Well, this one is no exception. The difference, this one has 2 master suites each with walk-in closet and bathroom. So just absolutely beautiful. And there you see the walk-in closets. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And this house is listed right now at $254,000. Listing is courtesy of Eck Real Estate. But you saw the wood flooring, you saw the fireplace, you saw the wood stove in the basement. Just an absolutely beautiful house. Make sure you click on the link and check that house out. And if you have any further questions, by all means, please feel free to reach out to me. Give me a call. Would love to help answer any and all questions that I can for you. So here we go with question of the day. You guys know that I answer a question that is asked by somebody that is viewing this, friend, family member, maybe even a current or past client. And today's question is no exception. We kind of covered this last week, but a different part of it. So question that I got this week is, how do I prepare for, or is there a better way that I can prep for a DIY project right now. We all know DIY is do it yourself, and we're gonna address that because the topic I talked about last week, this one really are going to go together nicely. So these are going to be the 6 common items to get your DIY on. Right now, we're all staying at home. We're all going stir crazy. If you're not, then let me know what you're doing. I work from home, so not much has changed for me. But I still gotta get up. I'll call for typically 45 to 50 minutes in the morning when I'm doing my calls, and for about 10, 15 minutes, I'll get up, I'll walk around the house, I'll go walk to the end of the driveway and back just to get up and get out. Last week, like I mentioned, these are going to go together. We talked about how to streamline your DIY shopping list. So let's take one step back and kind of take an inventory before we prep to get started with the DIY projects. So why get your DIY on? Simple. Right now, you have a number of homeowners that don't want anybody else, or maybe not even other contractors, to come in and do any work. They don't want to take a chance of, because they don't know who they've come in contact with. So they don't want to take a chance of them coming in their house and cross-contamination and getting infected with it. Contractors are, on the opposite side, are doing the exact same thing. They don't want to take a risk. If they do, it's entirely up to them. So this is a perfect time to tackle those projects on your own. Many jobs you can do, maybe with the help of YouTube. I'm just saying, that's how I have a client doing some basic DIY right now, is they're checking it out in YouTube. I don't blame them. I would do the same if I was allowed to do some of the things that we're going to cover, which y'all know when it comes what I'm talking about. And that way, you don't have to bring somebody else in the house. One of the biggest pitfalls that I see with this is people not being prepared or not having the items on hand that they need to take on whichever project they're going to start with. And we talked about how to organize your list when you go out and about to make as few trips as possible. So now we're going to cover some of the most common items that you need to check to get your DIY project going. Number 1, your common supplies. These are always going to be, your most commonly used items around the house or for many other projects. Not just tools, but you're talking wood glue, super glue for cuts, shit works, sandpaper, some type of cleaner, not only for inside the house, but for outside the house as well. If you don't want to use paper towels or you don't want to throw paper towels away, make sure you get some rags that you can wash and reuse or that may be disposable as well. Tape. We all know there's different kinds of tape. You got it's kind of like Forrest Gump, with when Bubba's talking about the shrimp. So you got your duct tape, you got your electrical tape, you got your silicone tape, you got your masking tape, you got your painter's tape. Whatever the case may be, you're gonna need tape. And then depending on what you're doing, if you're gonna be hanging some doors, or like I've got a bedroom door, office door that make a little noise, spray some lubricant in there, and you're good to go. So you may not need these for every single project, but these are handy to have, stock in, and maybe even restock before your next project. Number 2 is going to be tools. It's hard to do a DIY project without tools, right? Right. And if you're just the average homeowner, like many of us are, you're just going to need basic tools. So we're going to shoot for drills, hammers, screwdrivers. No, not the drink. Screwdrivers, Phillips, flathead, Torx, whatever, maybe even nut drivers, whatever the case may be, as well as maybe some wrenches, some pliers. have a specific job in mind to make sure that you have these tools on hand. If it's something you're not going to use on a regular basis, you can pick them up at the hardware store if you want. Maybe even look online at the buy-sell pages on Facebook or even pawn shops if you're not going to use them on a regular basis. Number 3 is going to, well, hang on. Let me back up. So if you're going to look at something on the buy-sell pages and maybe even pawn shops, check the condition of them. Make sure they're clean, they're well maintained, there's no rust or corrosion, because that can lead to a damaged tool, maybe even injury for yourself as well. So now we're going to move on to number 3, which are screws, nails, and fasteners. Just like the tools, these are going to be the most common hardware used. And don't assume that you are going to have enough on hand. Because depending on what the job is, you may need more, you may need less, you may need short, you may need long, because the screws come in different lengths, different widths, different materials, and different head types. You've got the Torx, you've got the square ones, I don't know what it's called, Phillips, flathead. So make sure along with that as well, you have the right tool to match the heads on there. Number 4 is going to be the biggest debate in my household: brushes and rollers. This is the area that I am asked to just back up and step away, because I think most people know by now I'm not allowed to paint. Why? Because I don't care what it looks like as long as it gets done. If the end result is the same, why does it matter how we get there? Well, apparently it does to some people. So whether you're painting or staining, you need the right type of brushes. I didn't know there was different types of brushes, and even rollers, depending on what you're going to be doing. Then just depending on what you're doing is going to have a different type of application process, depending on whether it's painting, priming, if you're staining, or putting on clear coat. It's all going to have a little bit different application. So just know that. Google, YouTube, great references. Highly recommend those. Winding down the list, we've got number 5, which are going to be your most common outside tools, shovels and garden tools. This is going to be one of the more common areas right now, because the days are longer. It's nicer out, it's warmer out, weather's finally cooperating. So we want to make sure that we've got shovels, rakes, whatever we may need on hand. Whether if you're going to do a garden, maybe you need a tiller, mini tiller, or other power equipment. And with this, make sure you're using the right tool for the job. So with your shovels, make sure you're going to get a pointed shovel to dig, not the square nose shovel. On the opposite side of that, if you're going to spread some rock or some gravel, get a flat nose shovel. It's going to be a lot easier than those pointed shovels are. And finally, number 6 is just get ready to do your DIY. So you've taken an inventory, you've listed what you have on hand, you've listed your projects that you're ready to tackle. Not all of them, but maybe 1 or 2. That's all. You just got to start somewhere. So make sure you have enough current supplies to check off the list of what you have, what you'll need to pick up. Again, I did an episode, I think it was on the 4th. So go check that out. And that was on how to streamline your DIY shopping list to make as few trips as possible. Other option would be, if you don't want to be adventurous and make the excursion to the hardware store, pick anything up, order online. Many places have curbside delivery. They just throw it in the back for you, or you can order offline and have it shipped right to your house if you don't need it for a couple days. So there are the 6 most common items that you're going to need to get your DIY on. Whatever it is, whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, whatever you have down the road. I hope that you guys stay safe, stay healthy, good luck, And I would be curious what projects you guys are working on. What are you working on right now? What do you have coming up? Do you have some before and after pictures that you would be willing to share as well? So that's what I got for you guys today with the hot list. Thank you for tuning in with Matt in the Hat, Matt Johnson Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams Diamond Partners. I do this because your experience matters and should be trusted with a veteran. Y'all have a corona-free day. Stay safe.